If you want to know how I made over 6 figures in sales with no marketing, no ads, then you're in the right place because I'm about to tell you, so let's get into the video. You guys already know that if you're not using ads, then you need a really strong presence on social media and also a really good website. I really feel like I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for Shopify. And if you don't know what that is, it's the platform that I use for my website. It's how I receive payments. It's how I ship out my orders. I love this because it's an all-in-one and it really made it easy for me as a new entrepreneur to really grow my business. And I highly recommend them to anyone who wants to start a business. You guys can check them out down in the description box below. And thank you for Shopify for sponsoring this video and once again helping me keep my lights on. So please like this video so that YouTube can share this information with more of you guys. But aside from having a great website with Shopify, I implemented Instagram and their free tools. When I was just beginning, I was doing a lot of research on what kind of website builders and platforms that I should use for my business, and one thing that really stuck out with Shopify that I enjoyed a lot was the integration that they had with Instagram. You know, when you're on Instagram and you see a post and it has that little shopping bag in the corner, click it and it kind of shows you a listing or it shows you the price of what that product is. That is what I'm talking about. I find this feature very helpful within the customer journey just because it helps the customer see if this product is within their budget or not. So I know I use this all the time on Instagram. You know, I'll see a shirt and I'm like, oh, I wonder how much this is. Is this within my price range? And I click on it and it's like 20 bucks. So I'm like, okay, perfect. So I know there's a ton of other platforms that you can basically use and implement into your business, like TikTok, Pinterest, things like that. But I'm going to talk about what I use to grow, because at that time TikTok wasn't really as popular. Pinterest wasn't as popular as it is now, but I definitely do recommend utilizing those other social media platforms. You really want to have your business out there as much as you can, especially if you're not using any ads. So I want to go over the strategy that I use for Instagram. So how I thought of Instagram is that I really focus on my content, and if I did it well, then it was basically free advertisement. Just think of all of the efforts that you put into an ad, you know, the call to action, the photo or video that you use, the caption, everything that you would put into an ad. Why wouldn't you put that into a post and make sure that you are really utilizing all of the elements that Instagram gives you for free before you jump into ads? Because basically, if your content is very good, then it really is a free ad. You know, you could hit the explore page, you could hit a ton of hashtags, you get people to share it all for free. And I'm going to be working on a blog for you guys, so this is going to be a monthly subscription blog. It's going to be only a few dollars, and within this blog I'm going to be having a ton of articles that really go into details about exactly what I did. It will also act as a mastermind group, so you'll be able to have this whole network of other entrepreneurs or aspiring business owners, influencers, and get actual guidance from all of these people, including myself. You'll be able to talk with me and chat with me. Want to really understand who you are targeting. You want to really narrow down who you are targeting and make a profile of that audience, which includes how they talk, how they understand things. And then I went ahead and I did a ton of research. I went to other lip gloss pages and I researched on what they were really doing well on. And I noticed a lot of mixing videos were super popular. People loved the whole process of it. When I started doing this, oh my gosh, I got a lot of attention to my page. And it was because that's the type of content people were wanting to see. Being able to implement that into my page really helped boost my page a lot. Now, when you're done researching what kind of content performs well and what kind of content you want to produce, then you want to go in and you want to at least be posting 2 to 3 times a day. I know that a lot of people preach this, but it is true. The more that you put out there, the more chances you're giving yourself to have the algorithm pick you. Does that make sense? So posting 2 to 3 times a day does not mean posting 2 to 3 pictures of your customers wearing your product. You have to have a strategy for everything, and you'll notice this, that I have a strategy for every single thing. Every post needs to have a purpose. And if it doesn't have a purpose and you're like, oh my gosh, but I need to post for the 3rd time today, don't post. It's not gonna do anything unless you just kind of want it as like a whatever, like filler post. But don't post if it's not for a purpose. You know, you want to have a purpose for every single thing that you are posting on your business page. Then you want to go in and focus on your hashtags. You know, there are a ton of different hashtags. I know a lot of people preach on like, this is what you should do for hashtags, this is what you shouldn't be doing. This is what I did. You know, this is like just my experience. What I did was that I went onto the bigger hashtags. Obviously, lip gloss vendor is like blown up. I think it's like 1 million posts now, but before it was literally like at 50,000. I'm not even joking. Like when I started, it was like at 50,000. And so that was a very popular hashtag. So what I would do is I would go to a hashtag that was like popular, and then usually they have like related hashtags below it, and then I would just pick those hashtags and I would create like a whole bundle, 25 to 30 of them, and that's what I would use for every single post. So like again, I can go totally in depth with hashtags on my blog. Like I don't know if it's gonna be live when I post this video, but if it is, then I'll have the link down below. If it isn't, then like, you know, I'm just working on it still. But these are things that I'll be going more in depth on into the blog, and you'll know exactly like how I find hashtags, how I use them, what hashtags not to use, what hashtags to use, all that type of stuff. So with my experience with hashtags is that when I use those hashtags in every single post, it kind of built a relationship with the algorithm. So it was like when I post using the hashtag lip gloss vendor, it was almost like Instagram was like, oh, this is like Cara Shea posting, let me go ahead and like boost this post because I know a lot of people like it and engage it. So I would most likely be on like the top, like not the explore page, but like the top explore like mini page within that hashtag. So it was like really amazing because a lot of my posts were hitting that, and I think it was because I was using the same hashtags every single time I posted. People have different views on whether or not like you should change them. I think you can change them. Like I would just change like a couple of them. Like if you're posting on Tuesdays, then maybe like do like a hashtag like Tuesday mood or something like that. But I wouldn't change like the majority of them. Like if you do cosmetics, then like you do cosmetics, you know what I mean? Like there's only so many hashtags that would actually like get you ranked for that. Why would you change your entire hashtag that is filled with cosmetic hashtags to like another one where it might not be like as relevant, and you might like lose that like relationship with those hashtags? Does that make sense? So that's just what I did, and I found that it was just really good for my page. Another thing is to have really strong captions. I'll go onto some pages and like their captions are just kind of like, okay. You know, you have to have a very strong caption, and you also want to have a very eye-catching title. And what I mean by title within your captions is like the first like line or first few lines that people see without actually expanding it. So you want that to be like, wait, I want to learn more about like what this is. Like I want to learn more about this post or this product or like whatever it is. You want that to be very eye-catching. You could have like arrows pointing. You just really need to like grab your audience attention, and along with like the content that you're using, you want them to also read the caption. So having that eye-catching title will really help with that. And then you want to go ahead and have a call to action as well. Like after I saw your post, I engaged with it, and I read your entire caption, what am I supposed to do? You have to have like a call to action, because then it's just kind of like your person's just gonna keep scrolling. And then another thing that I started realizing was that I know that a lot of people that see this post may not have seen my page before. So what I started doing was that I actually started putting like my own ad and then explaining what my business was about. Just like a short, like 1 to 2 sentences about like what I do, what kind of products I sell. So if this is the first time that you're seeing my post, then you kind of know like what's going on. And also like within captions, you want to find creative ways to make people engage, like, you know, having the comment below in caps with like an arrow pointing as your eye-catching title, like that will make people stop like, oh wait, hold on, what does she want me to comment about? Or having little like discount giveaways. I know that I would have like comment below your favorite emoji and then you'll be entered into like a giveaway for a discount code for our website. Like small things like that, and it will really help with engagement. You can ask for people to save, to share, to like. Just get really creative with how you want people to engage with your posts. And also in your captions, mix it up. Like do a little bit personal, do a little bit of selling. Don't always like sell, because then it just kind of like turns people away and doesn't really add any personal touch to your brand. You know, like that connection that people want to have with a brand. It just like, if you're just consistently selling, it just, I don't know, it kind of turns people away. So always try to make sure that you're mixing it with personal and also selling. So when you're creating content, you also want to make sure that you're creating content that you know people will like, share, save, and comment. So when you are able to have people do all four of those things, like, you know, it's like such a great post. And so this is all really good to keep in mind when you're creating content. Another thing is what will make people click on to your post. So say you're in the explore page and you see a bunch of like different other posts and you're competing with them. What is it that will make people click on yours? This is actually super important when you do videos. Not a lot of people know, but I feel like a lot of people do know. But I've also seen a lot of people that don't know. And if you don't know, then you can choose the cover of the video that will actually show on your profile page. This is the first thing that you want to do when you first upload your content, and you want to go in and select the cover, and you want to have like a very eye-catching cover. If you go onto my page, I know like a lot of them are like me pouring something, or like just like a really like interesting, like makes you want to click on it to see what the heck that is type of cover. And so having a very clickable cover or makes people like want to click it, that will help with your content. And also you want to make sure that it's very bright and clear. And one of the key factors into this is what will make people stay on your page longer. So when you have people stay on your page longer, Instagram notices this. Like the algorithm notices this. If you're posting a lot of videos, like for me, my page, like, oh my gosh, if I post a video, it was like really, really good. But if I posted a picture, it like didn't do as well. And I think it's because you see a picture, you like it, you comment or whatever, and then you like move on. When you see a video and it's very like interesting, you stay there for a much longer period of time than you do a picture. So when the algorithm notices this, it's gonna boost it more. And you don't want to just like post a video of the same product in just like different angles. You want to tell a story. This is the key, is to tell a story within your video. And the way that you do this is like, for example, like mixing videos. Oh, I want to stay here and see like what the outcome is going to be. You really want to tell a story within your videos and the content that you post, because that will make people stay on your page for a lot longer, and therefore the algorithm will love you a lot more. So now we're gonna go ahead and analyze one of my videos that did very, very well. And I'm just gonna kind of show you why I think it did so well. So basically what it was that it was a strawberry like pink drink kind of inspired lip oil, which was like super popular for me back then. And it was just me, the process, like filling them up and everything like that. First off, we want to take notice of the actual cover of the photo. So as you can see, the cover is very like interesting. It shows like a satisfying type of thing because there's a ton of product in the back, and also the close-up of feeling the product, and you're kind of like wondering like, hey, like what's going on? And so when you click it, it tells a story of the process of me filling these tubes. And I think the satisfying part of it is that it's like a ton of them, and so it sparks a lot of curiosity of like, hey, I wonder what this is, wonder how she's making it. And so while you're watching this video, you're seeing the process, and it's just telling a story of like how it is in the beginning and then the finished product. And so I noticed that a lot of these videos, these satisfying videos, show a lot of product in it, and so that's what I was inspired by, and that's what I was kind of going for. And as you can see, I have 106,000 views, and that was just so like amazing for me. And if we want to go into my insights, you see that 9,000 people liked the video, had 81 comments, 309 shares, 2,704 saves. Like, that is crazy. I had almost 5,000 profile visits, and I was able to reach 152,000 people. This is no ads. This is just organic content. Guys, like, this is crazy. And so 97% of people were not even following me. That's insane. And as you can see, a lot of it was from the explore page, hashtags in my profile, and then I've never understood other. I'm thinking like maybe when people share the video or something like that, it just gets seen by like the people that saw it on their page or something. But this video really took off, and I really think the cover was really good, the storytelling, and I think it was that like satisfying factor into it, and it really just makes people like want to stay to the end. And then we want to look into the caption, and it says, watch me fill 100+ strawberry lip oils for wholesale orders. And then I also included comment a strawberry emoji below to enter in winning a discount to our store. So that is what I'm talking about, an eye-catching title, like watch me fill 100 of these lip oils. And then I also went ahead and asked for them to engage with it by commenting a strawberry emoji. Then below, I just went ahead and explained to them what my business was about, and then I had a call to action, which is shop@CarrotShadeCosmetics.com. And then you can also see my hashtags. So a lot of them were for like lip gloss, lip oils, you know, things that were very relevant to what I was doing in that video. And I think that's why it just really did so well. So that is all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to check out Shopify if you are interested in starting your own online business. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram. I always have all my social medias down in the description box for you guys to check out. And I hope to see you guys in my next video.